Where are we?
Welcome to Cha'am Beach.
Back at Cha'am Beach. How's it feel?
Feel good.
Yeah. And it's now, what season is it in Thailand?
Winter.
Or? High season. High season, this is when foreigners come from cooler countries to holiday and vacation in Thailand. And I wanted to talk about today about, do you think Thailand is for everybody?
Yeah, why?
Is there any place in the world that's for everybody, that they're going to be happy? Would you be happy anywhere?
Maybe.
For me, I don't think there's one place anywhere that's right for everybody. You know, just like one person isn't right for everybody in a relationship, one job isn't right for everybody, one type of food's not. And same for retiring in Thailand. I don't think it's the best place for everybody. Digital nomads, best place for every digital nomad? No, because everybody likes different things. Now, having said that, Thailand has a lot of things to offer. There's different places you can stay with different climates, but as a whole, Thailand's pretty warm, and no matter where you go, you take yourself with you, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and you're going to take the government policies with you as well. I ran across a video by a YouTube channel called Ryan and Mo. It used to be something like Living in Bamboo or something like that, but now it's Ryan and Mo. And he talks about 3 reasons that you probably wouldn't want to live in Thailand. And watch these, and I've reached out to Ryan a few times to try and hook up with him, and it's never happened. I'm not sure exactly why, and I would have liked to have talked to him about his video at the end of our comments, but anyway, that didn't happen. But watch this, just only a few minutes of this, and I'll leave the link if you want to watch the whole video. But listen to his 3 things or 3 reasons why you might not want to live in Thailand.
So it was commented in the previous vlog that I had mentioned a reason not to retire in Thailand, but it wasn't a very good one, a very clear one. So I've decided to give you 3 reasons why not to retire in Thailand. So reason number 1, if you're a bit of a whinging, whining complainer, you know, that gets easily frustrated at small things, gets angry, gets kind of, likes to complain a lot about minutiae, Thailand's probably not the best place for you. There's a lot of expats here like that. And it's just not a good way of life for them or for the people around them, you know, because in Thailand things go wrong easily. It's not the West. Things go wrong, people are late. There's a little bit of a laissez-faire attitude. It's slower pace. Many of us come here because we like that. We want that pace. We don't want to be like in the rat race pace. And that means sometimes things are not as efficient in the West. Sometimes things go wrong. And so if you're easily you like to complain about things a lot, it's just not going to be for you. The weather, the climate, the small things like buses being late or not being able to get things fixed in your home, that's going to be a bit of a problem. But if you're a kind of a laid-back person that is very open-minded and ready to learn new things and a new culture and understand the cultural differences between the West and the East, you'll do very well here. The people will warm to you, they'll like you. Thai people don't want to hear Farang complaining and whinging and whining and saying how bad Thailand is while they're here. Better to come with an open mind and understand things aren't always going to be your way. It's a different culture. There's swings and roundabouts, pros and cons, benefits and obstacles to be had. That's the whole point, is the experience of living in the East. And to the extent that offends you is to the extent it applies to you. Reason number 2, Thailand is hot. It is hot. It's surprising how many people complain about how hot it is that didn't check it out before. If you are coming, know that it's hot. Know that the climate is boiling hot. So for you that like air conditioning, of course you can stay inside all the time. But we hear a lot of complaints of, oh, it's too hot, can't deal with the weather. You've got to be ready for that. You've got to be ready because most of the time it's hot. And if you're a person like us that likes to spend time outside, outdoors, doing outdoor things, be ready for the heat, acclimatize. I think, you know, after 13 years, I'm pretty acclimatized. I can deal with it. We don't have any air conditioners at all in the bamboo hut, or not that you can anyway, but there's no air conditioners there. we're acclimatized to it. It's become the norm. Sometimes it's cold at night time at certain times of year. You get those really nice cold days, but generally it's hot. And finally, money. So you don't need to be a millionaire to retire in Thailand. A lot of people think they do. They got to save up $1 million to come and live here, but that's not the case. You can live quite frugally, but you do have to have a minimum amount. You're going to have enough money coming in each month to live off. I'd say kind of bare minimum should be 40 to 50,000 baht a month coming in if you want to live okay well. And remember that if your retirement visa, you have to have 800,000 in the bank. Your health insurance is quite high. If you're on a marriage visa, it's half that, 400,000 in the bank. So yeah, I think that's another consideration is money. If you don't have the funds, don't retire in Thailand. I think that's a pretty obvious one. But also, don't let it stop you if you're not a multi-millionaire. I mean, if you know you have a pension coming in or investments paying off 40, 50k a month, plus you have a lump sum that's going to cover startup costs and things like that, you can rent very easily. You don't actually need to buy land or buy property. Renting is very cheap in Thailand. And you can live frugally and cheaply. I mean, if you're a huge drinker and a big partier, maybe not. Maybe you're going to need a lot more money. And I mean, beware of the realm of the hungry ghosts of Thailand. I mean, you can drink yourself to death here. In fact, it's very easy to drink yourself to death here. It's one of those the perfect storm of places to be. And you often see this realm of the hungry ghosts sometimes. You see people come over here, spend all of their retirement money and drink it all away. That's not the way to do it. So if you have a huge drinking problem, don't bother. Kind of stay on safer territory.
So you watched that, and we're going to have a little bit of food. And I just wanted to discuss a few things about that. So the first thing Ryan talked about was if you're a whiner or a complainer, if you bone too much, maybe this isn't a good place. Why is that? Because everything here is going to be different than your home country is, right? Even when we go to Vietnam, things aren't the same, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so if somebody likes to bone a lot, you think this is a good place for them?
No.
Probably not. And so I agree 100% with that. And Thailand is Yen Mai?
Sure.
It's cool today because we're at the beach, there's a cool breeze, we're under the trees and everything, but as a whole, Thailand, as he mentioned, is a really hot country. And the further south you get, closer to the equator, the hotter it gets. I remember, for me, to find a place I wanted to live in Thailand, I could not be sitting at night having dinner someplace outside and feel the sweat dripping down my body, which when I get down to Phuket and places like that, that's the case. If you don't like heat, yeah, as he said, it's probably not a good fit for you, but there's always
an option.
Always an option. Where's cooler than here, a cooler temperature?
No, Chiang Mai.
Than Thailand.
Mae Hong Son.
Than in Thailand.
Oh, Japanese.
Japan might be a good option, and I probably will go into how to stay long-term in Japan in a future video. Any other place you know that's cool?
Vietnam.
Where in Vietnam is cool? Dalat, Vietnam. It would be another option. So yeah, if the heat bothers you, you'll either end up staying in the air conditioning all day or find a place on the beach that's cool, got a cool breeze, or up in the mountains maybe. You can get away from the heat, but know that it's going to be hot and humid for most of the time. And the other one was about money. As far as being able to live long-term in Thailand, if you're over 50 years old, Thailand is one of the better options. And that is because, for me, in my opinion, I think it's a great investment to take the equivalent of the 800,000 baht that's required to stay here long-term on a retirement extension or retirement visa and put that in a bank account. And your return on that 800,000, which you always have, you can always take it out if you wanted to and leave the country. It's your money.
Yeah.
You just have to have it in 2 months before you apply for your yearly extension or renewal, or your visa renewal, and 2 months after. And so that is, to me, is an investment because I save so much every month by being here, especially these days. People are telling me the crazy prices in Canada and the United States. It's just, I don't see how people do it. But here, you put that $800,000 in an account, and every month you're saving hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on your overhead expenditure. And so to me, that's an investment, and that's the return on that investment. Again, you can always take it out. So these things I think are really important to keep in mind. If you don't have the $800,000 bought, but you do have it in income, that's also an option as well. If you can't comply to either one of those things, then I'd be looking at other options. But I think it's most people could divest themselves of enough material possessions. You could sell them off to where you could get a lot of that money. If you have enough money coming in that you don't use every month, all the income that you have coming in, you can start putting that into an account and start, bringing that whatever amount you have, $400,000 or whatever, up to the $800,000 over time. And then once you hit the $800,000, you're good to go. And once you have $800,000 Thai baht in a Thailand bank account, you don't have to worry about currency fluctuations of exchange rates and things like that, and you're good to go. But Thailand is still a great option.
Yes.
I say, if you need to escape from America, Canada, UK, Australia, which there's a lot of reasons now you might want to do that, escape, and come to Thailand, you have a lot better quality of life, in my opinion, along with other places which we can talk about. But today we're sitting here and we have a meal. First of all, sitting in the chairs is 30 baht, which is now less than $1 per person to hang out at the beach in the shade under the umbrella. So that's a great option. And we brought food with us.
Yes.
And so we have Isan food. I'm not sure why we eat Isan food. Why do we eat Isan food?
We stay in Isan too long.
Yeah, we love Isan food. And so we have three dishes, plus some fried pork skin in a bag, and a couple bags of sticky rice. And so what do we have here, Nat?
Lap paduk.
Lap paduk, which is catfish that's minced up and made into a salad with herbs and roasted rice, which is really tasty. And you can get lap with moo, with pork or chicken, stuff like that. What is this one here?
Soup no mai.
Soup no mai. Soup no mai is?
Bamboo.
That's right, bamboo shoots that are chopped up and made into like a dip or a salad that we eat with the sticky rice as well. Really tasty. All these, if you order them, try and order them not spicy. My pet, if you don't like spicy food. And the last thing we have?
Nam tok gai yang.
Nam tok gai yang, which is, gai yang is
Barbecue chicken.
Barbecue chicken that they also make into like a salad thing to eat, which has some pepper and
same lap paduk,
onion, roasted rice, and some herbs and stuff like that. Really tasty. So what did all that cost with the 2 sticky rice, the fried pork skin, and the 3 dishes, and the vegetables? They also give you a bag of vegetables to eat with the dip. How much was all that?
220 baht.
220 baht, and I'll put the exchange rate for that on the screen, but still a great deal. So we're going to enjoy our Isan food, right? Hanging on the beach. That's right. And so far we've been here just about a week or so. How you feeling back at the beach?
Feel good.
Yeah. Big difference from Isan out in the country on the property, right? Yeah, good change. So anyway, we'll be doing some videos from here. We met up with our members at a member meeting and stuff like that. It was really cool. But I hope this video has been helpful. I also want to highlight some of the other people, YouTube creators' channels, because I see some good content on there, and help turn you on to other people that are making videos as well as us. And if you need a consultation, you want to talk one-on-one, there's always a link in the description now to where you can book a one-on-one consultation. I've been here now living over 25 years full-time. I've been coming here more than 30 years to Thailand. So I can answer questions about things in the news, or if you have any specific questions I can help you out with, that would be good. And also, think about buying us a coffee. You know, we're trying to support 7 people and the charitable donations and stuff like that. And since we had problems with PayPal, that all got sort of cut off. So we could really use your help. And Nat's coffee's empty, so good thing to buy her a coffee. Yeah, she's got water in there now. Anyway, hope it's been helpful. Stay well, stay strong, and remember there's
Always an option.
always an option. See you, JC and Nat out.
Goodbye.
Hey, JC here. If you like that video, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel here. Also, we have another video up here you're going to be really interested in watching as well. And if you're looking for all the details of how to retire in Thailand in one place, plus a group of people to support you, check this out over here. Give it a click.